here, laddies, I'm Dr. Jacksepticeye, and welcome back to my ER. If you remember a while ago, I went through a phase where I played a lot of surgery games, and I really liked them, but I kind of got burned out in them after a while, so I stopped playing them. But I'm back, baby. I'm back to kick you in the colon with this one, because the first one we're doing is a colonoscopy procedure. And what you should know. And the thing that's fascinating about these, this is the more realistic ones. The other ones were the cartoony ones with my nurse Susie was sitting around and we got to operate on Billy and those kinds of things. Those are fun. This one is the more serious one. I think we did a couple last time, but so the thing about these ones is that I actually learn what happens during these procedures. So not only is it disgusting and like cringe-inducing, but it's also fascinating. So let's get in and figure out what's going on. Whoa, that was quick. Do you need to train your team?
Hello,
No.
and welcome to Surgery Squad's virtual colonoscopy.
Hi.
I'm Dr. Jeff, and I will be guiding you through this colon today.
My name is Dr. Jeff.
Also known as the large intestine, the colon is responsible for the final stages of the digestion.
Yep.
It absorbs remaining water and electrolytes from indigestible food, accepts and stores food remains that weren't digested in the small intestine.
I know that
and
all too well.
eliminates solid waste from the body. A colonoscopy allows your doctor to view inside your entire colon using a device called an endoscope. As the scope moves into your colon, your doctor views the output on a monitor to check for growths or polyps. There are several parts to the colon: the cecum ascending, the transverse, the descending, and the sigmoid. A colonoscopy can check each one of these areas. The one thing about having a colonoscopy is that a doctor can find polyps and remove them immediately. This is the most effective way to prevent the development of colorectal cancer.
Yeah,
However,
it's a good
you'll
thing,
need to
but
cleanse your colon 24 hours before the test by taking laxatives or performing a fleet enema.
Did you clean your ass?
Use of the endoscope might accidentally tear the colon walls and cause bleeding. Plus, you'll need to be sedated during the exam, which should take about 30 minutes or longer if any polyps are found. We have a 53-year-old female waiting for her colonoscopy. Let's get scrubbed and take care of this.
All right, bend over, Betty.
Our patient is lying on her left side, knees drawn up to her stomach. She's wearing a gown, and we have a sheet draped over her. Let's set her up with an IV drip of the sedative.
Okay, well, so we have to put in an IV drip sedative. All right, so we're about to go in and figure out what's wrong with a butthole. So if that's not your cup of tea, what isn't? What is? I don't fucking know. Click the vein, sterilize the area with the alcohol wipe. Okay, there you go. Sterilize. There you go. Oh, all nice and clean. My God, you have dirty hands. I just sterilized your hand and everything else disappeared. Am I rubbing off the fake tan? I like that you can see that she is a wedding band. See, we're getting a story behind Karen. I don't know. Okay, Dr. Jeff, I'm going in. Oh, God, I would not like to get one of those in my hand. Ugh, needles. Oh, it fucks me up, dog.
Great.
I don't like it.
Now we'll wait a few minutes for the sedative to take effect.
Okay.
Our patient is sedated and ready. She stated that she's cleansed her colon, and I've already used a lubricated, gloved finger to check for blockage.
Okay.
Be sure to tell the patient that she should breathe slowly through her mouth to relax her stomach muscles if she feels cramping. We'll insert the endoscope into the anus and slowly move it into the colon. The endoscope contains a small camera and light, and a pair of forceps so we can remove any polyps we find.
Okay.
First, let's lubricate the scope for easy insertion and passage through the colon.
I thought you were going to say, first, let's lubricate that ass. I mean, this is like a serious thing, and this is supposed to be able to teach you how these things are done and to, like, train people and to... It's like an infomercial to show you what happens during these procedures. But it's just... I'm a fucking child, okay? In my brain, I hear colonoscopy, and then I hear anus, and I'm like... Okay, don't even worry about it. Click and drag to apply lubrication jelly on the endoscope.
Carefully insert the scope into the patient's anus and slowly move it into the colon.
I did not put near enough lube on that. I put it on, like, the end of it. I put it in the middle somewhere. This is not ready. Okay, pucker up.
We can watch the camera's output
there
on the
monitor.
There we go. We're into the rectum now. Nothing so far. Let's move on into the sigmoid colon.
Okay,
slow
into
and
the
steady.
rectum we go.
You're doing a great job.
Thanks.
Descending colon's next. Now's a good time to remind our patient to breathe slowly through her mouth as we do the exam.
I just needs to get inside your asshole. Breathe deep.
All right, let's move into the transverse colon.
If you feel a tight pressure, whoops.
Uh-oh, looks like we've got a small polyp in the transverse colon. We'll use the forceps to remove it.
Is that really what your doctor would say? You'd be going inside and be like, nurse, how's our patient doing? Good? Yes. Okay, temperature? Nominal. Blood rate? Heart rate? Very good. Whoops. Looks like there's a little polyp in there. Oopsie! Got a polyp! Okay, here you go. Ooh, snip, snip.
Fine work. We'll need to remove the scope so we can bring the polyp out. First, let's use some heat to cauterize the spot and try to stop that bleeding.
Dude, this is like some fucking futuristic sci-fi shit. Use a little heat.
Fantastic.
That was the same thing.
Let's slowly withdraw our scope and get that polyp out.
Okay, can you not just like cut a bunch of them off and then like bring them all out one by one?
Let's go back in to check the rest of her colon.
Oh, you poor lady. I'm sorry. Breathe deep. I'm going in.
Remember the name of the colon where we found the polyp?
Steve?
That's right. The transverse colon.
That was it. It was Steve or Roger. I couldn't remember. Transverse colon. So I was going to name my firstborn. Okay, get right up in there. Get all the way up in there. Here you go. Are we passing Polyp Town again? I think we are. Up around here is where we start. This is where we had a whoopsie. Do you really have to add the sound effects? This is my life right now. This is what I chose to do today.
Now. Everything's looking fine, and you're doing a great job.
Aw, thanks,
Now's
Dr.
also
Jeff.
a good time to remind our patient to breathe through her mouth
slowly.
Moving now into the ascending colon. And
here we go.
There's another one.
Whoops!
Let's take it out the same way we did the other.
Whoopsies! You just got a polyp in your colon. Whoops! Okay, snippity snip. Snippity snap. Clippity clip. Clippity clap. There you go. Your colon's fixed. Out come the polyps.
Back in the
really
ascending
quick.
colon now, and we move into the cecum. And all looks good. Let's take out the scope and get our patient into a recovery room.
Okay. I don't think you'll ever recover from that.
And she'll probably be there 1 to 2 hours. She might feel bloated or need to pass gas. And since we removed 2 polyps, she'll probably have a small amount of blood in her stool.
Since we've removed 2 pounds of anus.
Biopsy on the polyps. She should call her doctor immediately if she has heavy rectal bleeding, lower abdominal pain, develops a fever, feels dizzy, vomits, or experiences swelling in her abdomen.
I feel like you should just call your doctor at any time
if
those things happen.
The biopsy showed our patient's polyps were benign. Since she's in her
Very
50s
good.
and there were polyps found, she should have a colonoscopy every year. You did a great job today. While you're here,
Thanks, Dr.
try your hand
Jeff.
at one of our other surgeries here at surgerysquad.com.
Dr. Jeff's the best. He said I did a good job. Good job, doctor. Doctor. Yes. Good job, everybody. We did it. We removed those dangle-pangles from the colon. It's all good. The anus is clear. Oh, let's do the cataract eye surgery. We're going in with Dr. Susie again. Hell yeah. I love Dr. Susie. She's so much better than that Dr. Jeff. He just named himself after a meme. Dr. Susie is the real bizno. She knows what's going on. She has trained me in many facets of my life. Not just surgery, but also just how to be a better person. You know,
hello,
there she is.
And welcome to Surgery Squad's Cataract Surgery.
What's up, Suze?
I'm Dr. Susie, and I'll be guiding you through this procedure today.
Okay.
A cataract is a clouding of the lens inside the eye.
Yeah.
The lens is located behind the pupil and focuses light on the retina.
Wait, it's located behind me?
A cataract causes loss of vision that can't be corrected with glasses,
I'm the
contact
pupil.
lenses, or even LASIK, so it must be surgically removed. We're going to remove the clouded lens and replace it with a new one called an intraocular lens, or IOL.
Wait! They can do that? This is all the types of stuff. This is the stuff that just goes on in the medical world every single day. It's like, oh yeah, we're going inside your ass and we're cutting out all these things with a tiny little robot man. Or, yeah, your eyes are messed up, so we're gonna stick in a new lens because we're able to do that. I always thought that eyeballs, like, you couldn't do anything with them because it was all messed up, and now I'm starting to think, well, what did you think happened during cataracts? That's a good question. That's a good question that Dr. Susie can answer. This is some futuristic sci-fi stuff.
The surgery takes about an hour and can be done on an outpatient basis.
Okay.
Today, our patient is a 66-year-old woman who has
Wait. She was just in for a colonoscopy. Karen! What happened in the 2 minutes that I talked to you? Well, I didn't really talk to you. I just shoved a weapon to surpass Metal Gear up inside your ass. And I'm sorry about that, okay? We didn't really talk first. I didn't take you to dinner. Feel like I probably should have. But now you're 66? Jeez, that colonoscopy aged you. It also made a cataract appear in your eye. It made you half blind.
Blurriness in her vision, as well as decreased night vision. She saw her eye professional, and she detected cataracts.
Well, if she saw her eye professional, then they couldn't have been that bad. If her cataracts were that bad, she wouldn't have actually been able to see the eye specialist.
And recommended her to us for surgery.
Stupid joke.
Let's begin.
Okay.
First, we need to administer a relaxing sedative intravenously. This will make
Is
our
this
patient
it?
drowsy, but not put her to sleep.
See, it's the same. She's still married. We still we cleaned up her hand a small bit, but her hand turned back the same color again. I feel like that's what should have happened the last time, but no. Drag the needle and click the vein to administer the sedative through the IV. I know needles aren't that bad. I've gotten blood taken. I've had needles before. They don't actually hurt. Every time I've gotten a needle, it's never hurt. It's never actually been bad. It's just the thought of it that's bad. The thought of something going in into that giant vein. You see the fucking needle go in. And then you're like fucking RoboCop after it. I don't like it. It's making my hand feel weird.
Just prior to surgery, additional drops of anesthetic are applied.
Karen? Karen, I think she's out already. I don't think we need to do anything. Eye sedatives? Like, that was a thing. We did the LASIK surgery the last times. But that was in the other surgery game, wasn't it? I don't think it was in this one. Because there was 2 different versions. But it's eye sedatives or something that I didn't know existed, and then it was one of those things I was like, wait, yeah, of course they fucking exist. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Ha, joke's on you, this is actually pee.
We'll use a device called a speculum to hold the eye open wide during the procedure.
Okay, now you're just making stuff up. We're going to fix her eyeballs with this ocular lenso. And then we're going to use the speculum. Wait, a speculum is just the thing that holds your eyes open, isn't it?
Place the speculum for me, please.
What if I don't want it? Oh, God. Oh, whatever with the colonoscopy, it's like, well, that's inside you. I don't really know anything about that. I don't know how stuff going inside there feels. But, like, stuff near my eyes, I definitely know how that feels. And this is something I don't want to happen. And I'm one of those people that, like, gets very, like, weird. If someone's doing arm surgery or someone, like, breaks their arm in a video, I'm like, oh, my arm feels weird now. Now my eyeballs are going to feel weird.
We begin the surgery with a small, painless initial side port incision. This is called a Limbo corneal incision. It's done by making a small cut in the limbus with a crescent knife.
Oh, knives should not be near eyes. Eyeballs and knife balls do not go together. Don't do it.
Next, we use the crescent knife to make a corneal tunnel into the anterior chamber of the eye.
Oh, you're making up a bunch of shit now. Oh, this is going to be so much worse, isn't it? Oh, no. Oh, no. Fuck, dude!
A thick, transparent viscoelastic fluid is injected to fill the space between the cataract and the delicate underside of the clear cornea in front of it.
Okay.
This is done to keep the cornea from collapsing during the procedure.
That's actually very clever.
And inject the fluid into our patient's eye.
Who knew doctors were geniuses and very, very smart? I hope I never have to get anything done with my eyes. Like this. Because if I have to get surgery somewhere, like if I break my arm and somebody has to do surgery on it, that's one thing. I don't want that. But if that needs to be done, I'm like, okay, just knock me the fuck out, y'all. I'm good. Or anything like that. But, oh, having something done to your eyes, knowing that your eye has to stay open like that and they're cutting your eye, like, how do you not move your eye around? How does your eye not get dry? How do you, like, if anything comes near my eye, I immediately want to blink. I know that that's what this is for, but how? I don't like it. Oh, this is worse than a horror movie. Jesus!
Now we need to make a 2.85 millimeter wide incision at the edge of the cornea for the cataract removal. This is done with an extremely thin diamond scalpel.
How do people figure out how to do this? Years of scientific discovery and endeavor. Like, somebody had to go through this without anesthesia, without any of the proper, completely microscopically laser precise tools. Like back in the day of the fucking, in like plague doctor days when there was like, you're dying anyway, we might as well just experiment on you. Poke, 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 stab, slice, pull. I don't like it.
A bent needle is inserted into the incision and used to poke a hole into the clear sac that holds the lens with the
Don't
cataract.
poke a hole in the sac! Okay, but
The needle is dragged to cut a line in the sac. With the incision made, we'll insert the forceps to grab the torn sac and tear a circle out of it.
Oh, no! Oh, I would not be able to be a doctor! How do you people do this?
Now you will need to inject fluid into the incision to separate the lens from the capsule.
You know what? No, I'm fine. I'm fine with the cloudy blindness. No, I'm okay.
This causes the lens capsule to float so that it can be rotated during the next step.
Cool.
We'll now
Rotating
perform
lens caps.
phacoemulsification, or phaco. This is done by using ultrasound to break up the affected lens so it can be removed from the eye. To do this, we pulse and drag the device to cut across the cataracted lens.
Use ultrasounds to break up the lens? That's so cool! Oh! Oh!
We repeat the phaco from the other direction to create 4 pieces.
This is horrible! This is horrifying! Oh god, don't do it again! It's like opening up a wormhole into the fucking hell! The eye only orange because our surgical lights are reflecting off of the back of the retina.
The phaco is then used to suction out the pieces of the old lens. I'll need you to remove the last remaining soft cataract material out of the eye.
Oh my god!
Behind the clear, empty lens capsule.
Oh, this has been a fucking journey, man. I mean, I thought that this was going to be, like, inducing, but not like this. Oh, God, take out those little parasites. They actually look like little... they look like little parasites, the microscopic ones.
Inject viscoelastic fluid into the lens capsule to keep it from collapsing.
See, if you want to do all of this to me while I am completely knocked out... Wait, are they knocked out? They are knocked out, aren't they? What am I talking about? You put a sedative in their hand. Or are they still awake? I don't fucking know. I was so cringed by it that I forgot to pay attention to what was actually going on. If you're knocked out and this is happening, aces, then no problem at all. But if you are still awake, well, your eye is moving around though. I'm confused. Ah, that one wasn't so bad.
The flexible intraocular lens is rolled up for insertion by the assistant and placed in a soft tube. The IOL is now injected through a tube into the vacant lens capsule.
This is like the start of Jurassic Park, where they like stick it into the amber to try and get the mosquito blood. Ooh, don't get me wrong, this is absolutely fascinating. I had no idea that this is how this stuff was done. And the fact that humans are actually able to do this to fix your vision like that? Because your eyeball is like one of the most complex parts of your body, if not the most complex. For how small it is and how much like mechanical bits are all inside it and how it actually makes you see, it's a fascinating piece of evolution, I guess you could say. And the fact that we're able to mess around with it like that and fix it and not do any like permanent damage, well, unless your doctor's a fucking idiot. But that's just so cool. But also, do it.
A probe is used to spin the lens into place.
Wait, it's not in place. Also, stop grabbing someone's eyeball like that. Oh, it's so weird. It's like one of those like foldable tent things, or like those green screens you can get where it's just like, boom. Okay, rotate. Sure, why not?
The thick fluid we added to the eye will need to be removed, and any remaining microscopic cataract fragments should be rinsed out as well.
Ah, very nice.
The incisions in the eye are generally self-sealing. Very rarely that we need to add a suture to close the incision.
Wait. People get their eyes sutured? Ooh. No. Also, do you have to have those cool strings? It makes you look like you're somebody from Naruto, or like you have like a cyborg eye. Man, I can't wait to the days when Elon Musk makes cyborg eyes.
In our patient's case, we don't need any sutures.
Good job, Karen.
The lens is now in place. Our patient will need someone to drive her home after cataract surgery.
Yeah, Karen, okay, you can't drive home. Alright, it's a wonder you drove here at all the first time with that cataract, but now you're under anesthesia, so you need someone to come help you. Is your husband around?
Until she's cleared at her follow-up appointment tomorrow.
Is Jim around? Okay.
We'll prescribe medicated eye drops to use several times each day for a few weeks after the cataract surgery. And she'll need to wear a protective eye shield while sleeping or napping for about a week after surgery.
That's badass, Karen. Okay, you can just go around and pretend that you're someone from a horror movie.
A special pair of post-op sunglasses will also need to be worn to protect her eye from sunlight and
you get some Tommy Wiseau glasses? Hey, Karen, you're so cool. Karen, you know what? You look 10 years younger. Or like 14 from the last surgery.
Bright light as her eye recovers. You did a great job today, surgeon. While you're here, try your hand at one of our other surgeries here at surgerysquad.com.
You know what? You know what, Susie? I think I'm gonna leave that one there. I think I've seen enough horror for one evening. I don't want to have to go through that again anytime soon because anyway, doctor. Well, the life of a doctor is an absolute roller coaster. You do so many different things all the time, and you almost break a human's body to the point where it starts working again. So, good job, doctors. I think that should be their tagline. Doctors, breaking humans until they work again. That was fun, though. Like I said, as you go through these things, like endoscopies and all that kind of stuff, I kind of knew how they worked. But cataract surgery, I have never... Like, until now, I just realized that I didn't even really think there was a way of fixing cataracts. And if anything, I thought it was done with like lasers or something. I don't know. That was fascinating. I learned a lot in that one. I also learned how far the human body can be pushed before I curl up into a ball and go into the fetal position. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this episode. If you liked it, punch the like button in the face like a boss. And high face around. Whoosh. Whoosh. But thank you guys, and I want to see all you dudes. So now that I've watched this, I can come over and perform surgery on anybody.